What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope all's good wherever you are. In this video, we're gonna watch the Muppets of The View try to bait Mathew McConaughey into saying that he is anti-gun. The View is by far the most garbage TV you can watch because the ladies up there are absolutely useless. But let's get into video and I'll catch you guys on the back end.
I saw you, not in person, but on TV, was at the men's final at the U.S. Open.
Yes.
You were in Djokovic's box.
Yes.
And you were the first hug he gave when he came up.
Yeah.
Do you guys go way back? What's the connection there?
Look
at that.
He's first friends with my wife.
Oh.
Camilla right there. Look at her. Yeah, look how happy she is.
Oh.
And then I got to know him through her, and we've had a couple of dinners along the way, and I'm a big fan.
Yes.
I mean, what a surgeon and a warrior. And the resilience of what he's done, it's amazing. So anyway, yeah, I was happy to be in his box. Got to sit behind his parents, which was really awesome to see them when he brings them up and where they started.
Anti-vaxxer? I believe
An anti-vaxxer?
I believe so, yeah. Just saying.
Way to bring it down to it.
You
I'm
were
just kidding.
You were in
I think he just won and ran towards you. Like, I feel like that's what I would do. I'd be like, that's Mathew McConaughey.
I think I was sitting in just the right seat. He was coming down the stairs. I was on the back right up top, so there I was.
You and Camilla have 3 kids. Levi, who's 15,
Yes.
Vida, 13, and Livingston, 10.
Yes.
What kind of dad are you? That's a probably loaded
Kind of
question.
dad.
I'm a good dad.
We got 20 minutes for this answer. I'm working on it. Look, being a dad was the only thing that I ever knew I wanted to be.
Oh.
I knew that at 8 years old. I remember shaking hands with my dad's friend who he would introduce me to, and he was a big sirs and ma'ams man. And I noticed that everyone I would say yes, sir, to over the years when I was 8, it's like, oh, the one thing that's common is they're all fathers. Maybe that's why I'm calling them sir. And I was like, that's my aspiration. That's when you become a sir as a man. And that was my idea when I was 8, and I still believe it in a lot of ways. So, look, as y'all know, those of you who have children, you find out that DNA means a lot more than you thought it did after you have a kid. They come out who they are.
Are they like you?
In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And they're all very particular and different as well.
They're
So
all
we
different.
shepherd them along as parents with an environment that does matter a lot. But boy, they are who they are.
Yeah.
The same things I was writing about their peculiarities when they were 2. They match with who they are, what I'm writing about them today.
I want to applaud you for being so outspoken against violence and gun violence in particular. And you're Texan, and you spoke so passionately at the White House last year in the wake of that shooting at Robb Elementary in your hometown of
That's why we're wearing
Uvalde.
these little pens,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Your
For
wife
Uvalde.
held up one of the victims'
Yeah.
green Converse. Her name was Maite Rodriguez. Her mother, Anna Rodriguez, sent these to us.
Yeah.
And to learn more about it, you can check our website later. But I remember that you and your wife were very involved there. And now you have launched the Green Lights Grant Initiative to help make schools safer.
Yes.
Please tell us about that.
Thank you for the opportunity to. So what we found out after what happened at Robb Elementary and in many other schools, the first bill was passed in 30 years to help make schools safer, Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, billions of dollars to safe in schools. What I find out months after the bill's been passed is that very few applications are going in from the school districts. And for those that are applying, very few are getting granted and awarded. So the money's still there. And we're like, wait, where's the gap? Well, we found out that these superintendents have to fill out these grants to the government. A lot of them are driving the school bus and they're the PE teacher, and this grant process is 50 pages and it's intimidating.
Wow.
And I don't know about y'all, but I have trouble making it through filling a custom card out without having to scratch stuff out. It is intimidating, so they don't have the expertise at the time. The government wants these grants to be filed. They want to spend the money. It's use it or lose it money. And if we don't spend that money that the government has by 2026, it could be reallocated.
In 2021, you considered to run for governor of the state of Texas. Do you think political office is in your future? Can you see that?
If it's where I would deem myself to be most useful,
Yeah.
yes.
Do you think you would get elected in Texas being anti-gun?
Do I think I could get elected in Texas being anti-gun? One thing about if me in politics is to give you a direct statement right there is playing a game that I'm not interested in playing.
Okay,
To give you a
don't do
direct
it.
statement
Don't
right
do
there.
it.
Now, the idiot that is Joy Behar tried to pigeonhole Mathew McCONAUGHey, right? She tried to bait him into saying he wasn't pro-gun and he wasn't having any of it. Now, he is a moderate. He's conservative, but maybe not as conservative as you guys are, as I am. But he's a moderate, and he's not anti-gun. Now, here is a speech that he did at the White House. This was after a school shooting in 2022. And you will see he's a moderate. He's, I think, what a lot of people on the right are. Let's listen to it, and I'll catch you guys right after the clip.
We need responsible gun ownership. Responsible gun ownership. We need background checks. We need to raise the minimum age to purchase an AR-15 rifle to 21. We need a waiting period for those rifles. We need red flag laws and consequences for those who abuse them. These are reasonable, practical, tactical regulations to our nation, states, communities, schools, and homes. Responsible gun owners are fed up with the Second Amendment being abused and hijacked by some deranged individuals. These regulations are not a step back. They're a step forward for a civil society and the Second Amendment.
One thing we have to remember is most of the Hollywood typeset, most of them are libs. Now, Mathew McCONAUGHey, I read his book Greenlight. Excellent book. He is not a leftist. He's not full-on conservative like probably most of you that watch this channel or like myself, but he's a moderate. And he's got some good points. His book Greenlight is excellent, like I mentioned. If you've not read it, if you're somebody who is, maybe religious, I recommend it. I saw his interview with Jordan Peterson, and then I went and got the book after that. He was on Jordan Peterson's podcast. Excellent book. Excellent read. And look, listen, he's done a lot of work, like he mentioned here, with his Greenlight's grant initiative. And he puts in a lot of time and he does a lot of good work. But he didn't want to be baited by these Muppets on The View into going full-on political. These ladies are the most out-of-touch people that you'll ever see on television. I watched the interview with Coleman Hughes recently. He was on The View and they were trying to bait him into other stuff, saying he was a puppet for the conservatives. And he said, nah, listen, I voted Democrat the only 2 times I was able to vote in my life, especially that Sunny Hostin, who found out that her ancestors were actually had owned slaves, and then she started to retract everything she was saying. Listen, these women are ridiculous. Now, here's another clip of Mathew McCONAUGHey. This was after a school shooting in 2022. He actually is pro-firearm, but what he's saying is more of a moderate stance, and I think it's a stance that a lot of people have, is like, listen, you should be able to own firearms. You should be able to protect yourself. But I think we should have some gun control involved here. To what extent, I don't know. But at the same time, I think this is a point of view that a lot of people that are maybe less conservative than I am have. And it's not a bad point of view, depending how you went about it. I'm happy that he went on that show and just shut it down and said, like, I'm not going to play that game with you. I'm not here to give you a clickbait thumbnail. I'm not here to give you a soundbite. You're not going to bait me into it. You know, because a stance on gun control would be a very polarizing topic in this country. And I don't know if he's actually willing to run for office at some point or not. But at the same time, you don't want to explain your whole point of view on a stupid show like The View in a 30-second soundbite. That's just not going to happen. You have to draw that out, right? You have to break that down for people. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, as usual, please smash that thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to the channel, help it grow, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.